Feels to me. 5 this morning. Everyone to get you. Some people. Good morning, guys. Welcome. Gonna be recapping yesterday. Get into today. Right. It's 8 o'clock, guys. To another one. Let's recap our session from yesterday. So yesterday specifically started the series, very first episode. Spoke about trusting yourself. And trusting yourself in this case, said it's a very important step towards goals in your dreams. Important things we spoke about, the points, the minutes, the bullet points, so to speak, is if you live for the acceptance of others, you'll die from their rejection. Stop saying that see it to believe it, rather believe it, see it. Take those tiny little baby steps every day. Consistently, not giving up because you believe that you can walk. Just like a baby learning to walk for the first time, never giving up. Getting up and doing it. And one of the most important points, situation is not your conclusion. It's not where you're going to end up. You are right now. It's not the end result. And stop listening, to others, and rather watch how they act. Not what they say, but how they act. The same. Stop using the words. Show the actions. Now, today we're going to get into breaking the rules. Not the law, but the rules. Because these rules are set out there to try and limit us to what we actually are capable of. These rules are just holding us back because it is a conforming issue. If you keep on doing what everyone else is doing, you are never going to reach your goals, your dreams. Because you are just doing what everyone else is doing. You are just sitting and basically conforming to a norm that is around you. Instead of doing something differently, instead of doing something that will break your limits, break your rules. Those rules are the limits. Let's think about the Marines. Stefan, think about the Marines, guys. And this is a very important point for me because it gives a basis of what we are prepared to do to break the rules. Think about the US Marines and the way that they live, the way that they handle their brotherhood, their family, their brotherhood and sisterhood, obviously. That they are literally prepared to lay their life down for someone else because they know that that person in the Marines with them will do the same for them. So if you are prepared to give everything to your company, that person in your life, whatever you're doing, your passion, your drive, if you are prepared to give everything to that, you will see the results. But most people are not prepared to give everything to their companies or to the people around them because they know that those people will not do the same for them. So they don't do it. If you don't give your all, if you don't change the perspective, if you don't change the mindset, if you don't change the demographic, then you are not going to get there. You're not breaking the rules, you are just doing what everyone else is doing. So be prepared to put everything in, expect nothing. And that's another point we will get to later in this week about why you are putting everything in and not expecting anything. I mean, you cannot be a true original. You cannot be a true maverick if you're not prepared to break the norm, to live outside of the rules that limit you. If you are not prepared to think outside the box, that box, those rules that limit you in society are telling you this is the way things are done. You cannot do it any other way or else you will not get it done. That little box is what is holding you back. Those limits, those rules are what are holding you back. And if you think outside of that box, if you think outside of what everyone else tells you the way that things are supposed to be, that is when you start making a difference. That is when you can make a difference in your own life, in the life of others, because you're breaking it. That is a very, very important point. Be a maverick. Be a true original. Be the OG, man. Not the guy that does everything the same as everyone else, conforming like a little sheep in society, just being herded towards a normal career, a normal life. There's a perfect example on the side here, guys. Perfect example in the comments. Sandra van Rooyen. I want to tell you guys a story, and I don't know how accurate it is, but maybe Sandra can comment on it. I've known Sandra for many, many years, and she has an amazing husband. She has 2 beautiful little kids. She's got a father-in-law that's called Van, so that already makes me like him. But we all came from the same place, Sandra and myself and a couple of others. But I've never I've never had the same connection with the other friends merely for the fact that they are not as motivated as Sandra is. The way she has gone forward and walked into a job, not just doing her job every day, but literally almost taking that company over. And like a lot of you see that watch these videos, a lot of you see it on the TDM matches when you play against another team. You make them quit because you're just better at doing what you're doing than they are. And we see this, that Sandra goes in and she literally almost takes that company over and makes the people quit, so that she works herself not into that position because she's trying to destroy someone else's life, but because she has drive, she has motivation, she's breaking the rules to go forward and actually take over what others could not do better than what she can do it. That is amazing. My son is showing me his porridge. Okay. Put it down, okay? Yeah. That is an amazing story to me. Every time I look at Sandra's story and the way she, and you know, she's always there to help us as well. Whenever I ask Sandra to do something for me, when I started the businesses and I was like, I need a marketing manager, I need a promotional person that can post these things for me every day, she was there. I mean, she's got her own stuff going on. She's got 2 kids at home. She's got a husband. And he's an amazing guy, I must say, but still she has all these things that she likes to do every day: work in the garden, clean the house, cook the food, and then she's still always, even if she's at work, she's always prepared to do something for others. She's breaking the norm. You don't get people like that anymore, that are prepared to do their all for others, not expecting anything back. It's a beautiful change in society. I really appreciate. See, someone just sent stars, now I'm sure it's going to update. Casper Kutsia showing up now with these latest stars. 10 stars there for Casper. Johnny Beatlif's latest follower. Guys, be a maverick, be an original, be an OG like Sandra, and change the norm. Don't be a sheep. If you don't break the rules, you will not make it. If you don't set goals for yourself and be prepared to do whatever it takes to get there, because that is one of the points, is if you're not prepared to do what it takes, you are not breaking the rules. Then you are saying, okay, but this is my dream, this is my passion, I'm going to do it the same way that everyone else does it, which means it's not setting me apart from anyone else, which means that I cannot be the best at what I do, because I'm just like everyone else. And the fact is, there's a beautiful quote by Picasso. Everybody hopefully knows who Picasso is, the very famous artist with his whole unique style of painting and drawing and doing art. There's a beautiful quote by Mr. Picasso that said, "Learn the rules like a pro so you can break them like an artist." So the artist part comes in. Sorry, I dropped this now. The artist part comes in where your art is basically whatever you want to do. For me, it's casting the games and streaming and making these videos for you guys. That is my art. That is where I'm an artist. So if you learn the rules like a pro so you can break them like an artist, then you know what the way forward is. Then you know how to move forward and break the norm and look outside the box so that you can make it. Because that, whatever it is you want to do, that passion of yours, that is your art. And you need to learn these rules. You need to know them so you can break them. Don't just conform. Don't just be another sheep in the line that jumps over the fence so someone can count you while they fall asleep. That is not on. For me personally, let me tell you guys the story once again. I've said it before, but I want to share with you guys about breaking the rules. So, society tells us that you must have a job, you must go forward in a certain way, work for someone a certain way, which will give you a salary, and that will help you look after your family, which is all fair and well, because it does. Problem is that that's not always the case. That doesn't always work out the way that you want it to. So this is my story, guys. I was working for a company for 10 years that I thought was my ultimate dream. Morning, Mr. John De Beer. Thank you for wishing everyone a happy day. Really appreciate it, man. Always nice to see Mr. John here. Guys, I was working for this company for 10 years. And before that, I was doing Samsung systems for a few years. I was doing only least cost routing through another company for a few years. And then back to Samsung systems, Panasonic systems, PBX, telephone, data cabling, all that kind of stuff, right? And I loved it. I loved working for them. But there's always, I'm realizing that this is wrong. Hold on. Really sorry about that, guys. Can't have that, have the wrong text in. But anyway, I thought that I was happy and that is what I wanted to do. Turns out that it wasn't, because there was always something in the back of my mind telling me, this is not you. And all I was doing at that stage is I was living inside the rules, saying that I need this job to have a salary, to be able to look after my family, able to look after myself, and to get up at a certain time in the morning and go to sleep a certain time at night, because that is the way I need to live, so I can go to work every day for a certain amount of hours, work for someone else to make them rich. I left that job, unfortunately, under the very harsh circumstances. I was let go from the company because I tried to help them. So you see, sometimes this happens, that I was trying to break the rules, but in a very, very particular and very nice way, I was trying to break the rules. I said to the guys, I will bring in someone from outside. I sent them mails, kept everything on record to make sure that I cover myself. Not that I'm doing something that they don't know about. So I broke the rules, but in a very, very nice way. I said to them, look, I'm going to bring someone in from outside to help me with the cabling because I'm struggling by myself. I've got 3 big installations that I need to do for today, and I'm going to bring someone in. I'm going to pay him out of my own pocket, even though we didn't have much. And boom, they let me go because of it. I was called in for a disciplinary hearing that same day. 2 weeks later, I was fired. And they were very nice about it afterwards. I said, I'm going to keep breaking the rules. I said to myself, I'm going to keep breaking the rules, because usually when you get fired, you walk out of there throwing a shit fit about how dare you let me go. But I didn't. I walked out of there in the most decent way that I could, and I said to them, I want to sign an agreement that I can still be a reseller for the company, because I know the product, I know what you guys are about. So yes, I fucked up and I owned up to it. And I said, but let's continue breaking the rules. Let's make another plan to go forward. And I signed a dealer agreement to still sell for them. And I went to see them a couple of times afterwards, because I got in some potential clients, but it never worked out. It still wasn't still conforming to something, was still doing what everyone expected me to do. So then after a while, I walked away from that and I was saying to myself, what do I need to do? And I registered a company that is called Secure Line Telecoms. I've got a page on Facebook. I've got business cards. I've got everything. I said, Secure Line Telecoms is going to be a cabling company. It's like all the others out there. That is the prize in a new way. I didn't bring myself out there in a new way. And the company did nothing. I did a couple of odd jobs cleaning out server rooms, neatening up the cabling inside server cabinets. The big stuff that I really have a passion for. But it didn't bring in that much. But I don't know, guys, I'm trying to say that I don't know why I conformed still in such a way that now I had the company, but I did nothing with it. There was no forward thinking, no outside the box thinking. And then came the opportunity to bring something brand new into the country. Something brand new that we had first choice of. My partner and I started this business called Skytel. Now Skytel does wireless communication for companies. And then still, it was the same thing over and over again. I had to go and see clients, sell this product to them, and tell them that this is going to work for you. And it does, really. It's an amazing product. I stand by it still. The problem is that I was falling back into that same motion of doing things exactly the same way. So then I stepped back for a little bit. And I said to myself, what is it that I really want to do? And I've never been one for public speaking. I've never been one for talking this much. Well, besides, when I was younger, my dad used to tell me that I talk shit lot. So I turned talking into my passion. I thought outside the box and I said to myself, I want to be a streamer, but I want to be different kind of streamer. I want to be the streamer that you guys deserve. And I've had this page for quite a while. I mean, long ago when we opened the clan. Siliwe Seville, thank you for the follow, man. Thank you, Stefan, for your 50 stars. Guys, I wanted to be the caster, the streamer that you guys deserved. The excitement that needs to be in the game, the commentary that needs to be in the game, and do the different things on the page that hasn't been done yet. We wanted to do this because there's messages that need to go out there. There's education that we can bring to you guys about what experience we've had already. It was very important to me that all of this happens in a certain way, that we break that norm and move into a brand new way of thinking about it. So then I started doing it. You know what? Because of believing, keeping on going, last month we made it to our goal for the stars for the month. Because remember, this is now physically my career. This is what I'm doing for a living because I love it. I have a passion for it, and I'm working hard on it every single day so that we can get to a point where we are okay. And because of your beautiful support last month, 50,000 stars, which does pay my rent for the end of December, which does put us a little bit forward in the coming times. Now, obviously, December, I have to do the same thing all over again. I still have the same goal, and I'm 45,000 stars away still from reaching the guy, so that end of January, the payout from that can be for the next month's rent. Because I'm just trying to be okay so I can keep on doing this. But that's fine, because I'm always thinking outside the box. I'm always thinking about how we can grow this, make this bigger, not for the money, not for myself, but for the passion of it. For the community out there that deserves it, the guys holding scrims, holding fun rooms, leagues, whatever the case may be. The guys watching the content, the guys wanting and needing to be motivated. it needs a whole lot of outside the box thinking, guys. Because you cannot stay in that same format of thinking. You cannot stick with that company mentality. I mean, I left there and I was broken for quite a while. Started the one thing and I started another thing, and I haven't given up on it yet. I mean, don't get me wrong. I just thought that I need to step away from it for a little bit and try to do something else. Try to walk away or step back, not walk away, but step back from what was there in the company aspect and change the mindset first. So I came here, and this is the place where the mindset could be changed. Not with the motivational videos alone, not with the casting alone, not with anything else I do on the page, not with creating the logos. In fact, the creating of the logos had a huge impact on my life. Because sitting down and creating something from scratch gave me so much. And it made me realize that I would have never done this before. I'm breaking my own rules. My rules were always, if someone else can do it better, let them do it. No. If someone else can do it better, then you are not working hard enough on doing it yourself. If someone else can do it better, then you are not breaking the rules. You are not trusting yourself. Yesterday's episode, if you are not trusting yourself, someone else will always be able to do it better than you. But if you trust yourself, you can work, you can break the rules, you can do it. John de Beer, I am the owner of my own company, so yeah, I must be honest, I look after my people. They're not working for me, but with me. I treat them with the same respect that I would want, and that makes a difference. Exactly, John, that makes a difference. Your people should not be working for you, but with you. We've said this in many, many motivational videos before. But be the boss that people want around them. If you're the staff, then you should treat your boss in a way that he deserves to be treated. Because yes, he's one of you, but he still deserves the same level of respect that you do. Agapella, thanks for die motivation. Ek gaan jou nuwe hoed moet bring, says Renier Strydom. Thanks, man. Love your caps. Love these caps, man. It's awesome. So don't fall into the same mentality that I had. Guys, I explained the story about the company that I worked for. And with the new companies we started, I specifically said to myself that I do not want any staff because I'm not there yet. If I had staff at the stage when I walked away from my company, if I had staff to look after, I would have fucked it up royally. I would not have been able to handle it in a new way. I would have treated them exactly the same way that my bosses treated me, and that would have been wrong. So wrong. Remember, if you follow the path that society sets out for you, you will conform to exactly like the society and you will not succeed. Break away from that. Breaking the rules means break away from this path that society has set out for you, that the elders have set out for you, that the ones coming before you have set out for you. Break away from that path. Create your own path. Create your own path. Build your own destiny and leave your own legacy. That is my 5 cents for the day. Break away from the path, make your own path, build your own destiny, and create and leave your own legacy. That is my saying for the day. Those are my few words. Because we spoke about it yesterday, a beginning of this journey is to trust in yourself. And if you remember that, if you have changed your mindset to be able to trust yourself, you will be able to break the rules, because you will understand that you make the rules. No one else can tell you that this is the way it needs to be done. If you trust yourself, you will know the right way. You will know how to break that norm, build your own future. Break away from them to make your own path, build your own destiny, leave your own legacy. Because how will people remember you? Every single person in history that gets remembered, that gets written into our history books, are there because they broke the rules. They did not do things the same way that we do it, someone else does it, that anyone else does it. They built their own path, followed their own path. They built their own destiny, and they left their own legacy. Put yourself at great risk, others, but first of all, put yourself at great risk for yourself. Because you should trust yourself. You should know that you would do the same for you. A very mindset, but you would do the same for you if you think about it. If you were two people, then you should trust yourself enough to know that you would do exactly the same for yourself. So break those rules. The rules that you should live by, the rules that you trust yourself to make, are not the ones to be broken. You cannot say to yourself that I'm going to wake up every morning at 4 o'clock, I'm going to go to gym, I'm going to go to work after that, I'm going to slay this day at work because I love what I do, and then I'm going to come home and I'm going to do whatever I can to spend time with my kids, spend time with my wife, spend time with my husband, spend time with my family, and then you just sit in front of the TV or on your phone and you're doing fuck all to break the norm. You're falling into the same comfortable routine every single day. Wake up at 4 o'clock, lay those rules down for yourself, write them down if you have to, hang them over your bed or in front of your bathroom mirror while you're brushing your teeth, and say to yourself, I can, I will, I must. Then you go back, you make your bed. If you haven't made your bed already, you make your bed and you get out there and you start that day, you fucking slay that day. You grind it. You work on it, whatever it is you do. If you are in a normal career, then fucking slay that career, man. Do it. Get into the best version of yourself you can be for that day. And stop making excuses about it. Because the excuses are another rule that you are not breaking. The time wasting, the stuff that we spoke about last week. Remember our 5 points from last week, that today is the day. May never have this day again. Stop wasting time. No more excuses. What's the last one? Can't I remember the last one now? But you get the point. Hey, Mr. What is that name? Gutoyes. Atujuis. Okay, hi man, what's up? You're on Twitter. I'm in Twitch. Listen to me, Twitter. Guys, those points specifically. Today is the day. If you remember that, if you are doing that in your daily routine, you're already breaking the rules, because some people tell you that don't worry, if you work hard for 10 years, you will get this promotion. But today is the day. Because you might never have this day again. You will never have this day again. So if you live by that principle, that today is the day you walk away from that toxic relationship, from that meaningless fucking job that is just destroying your life, it is holding you back from doing what you want to do, what you want to follow as a passion. If you make that conscious choice to break away from that path that society has set you on, That is where you make the difference in your own life. Stop making a living and start making an impact. Start making a difference. Break away from their path. Make your own path. Build your own destiny. Leave your own legacy. There is no way you cannot make it unless you keep inside the rules that society has set out for you, that the ones before you has set out for you. And did you make those rules? Did you go and sit and write them down for yourself and say, this is the way that I'm supposed to do things? No! Someone else did. And that's not you. That is not the way that it is supposed to be. Every single time throughout history, as soon as someone breaks those rules that are set out by society, not the law guys, but the rules, when they break those rules, that is when they make a difference in the world. That is when things start changing for the better. Because if we keep on doing the same thing, the same way, then we are going to stay the same. Have you guys seen the state that the world is in? Because everyone does the same fucking thing. Pointless little things, using paper every single day. As much paper as we can. Driving our cars to it. Guys, think about breaking the rule this way. If you get out of that comfort zone, break that rule, it tells you that you have to drive your car to work every day. Because it seems like a normal thing to do. But take a bicycle to work one day. If you're close enough, obviously. I'm not saying drive 100 Ks on your bicycle on the first day. But if you're close enough to work, 5 Ks from work, 10 Ks from work even, take a bicycle to work one day and see how great you feel after that. Your whole day is going to be more energetic because you breathed in the semi-fresh air that we have around us. You didn't get stuck in traffic. You saw a lot more because you see so much more when you are outside of your car. In your car, your focus is right in front of you. And that is not how your path should be. Think about it like driving a car. Your path, your vision is right in front of you. You see the road, only the road that you are traveling on. Sometimes you look around a bit, but you are not going that way. You are just looking at it. You are glimpsing over into a different destiny, into a different path you could have taken. But when you're on a bicycle or when you're walking, you see so much more going on around you. You're breaking that habit, you're breaking that norm, you're breaking the rules. So many aspects of your life that you can change this in. There are so many places that you can look at it differently. Work hard for 10 years to get that promotion? Sure. Why not make it 5? Why not make it 1? Why not prove yourself within a couple of months to show that you deserve to be in that position, that you can do it better than the person that is in that position? Yes, don't destroy someone else's life. Don't try to take over. No, fuck it. Try to take over that job. Don't destroy their life. They will find something else. They will be in a better position after that. They might move up the ladder. Make sure that that happens, that you take them with you. Don't break them down. Don't step on them to get where you want to go. But still, if you see the opportunity for improvement, why work on something that's going to get you there in 10 years when it can get you there in 3 months? Showing initiative, breaking the rules. Because the rules inside the company are telling you that this is the way we do things. This is the way it's always been. These are the processes. But if you see something that can improve this, if you see something that can be done differently to smooth this out, to streamline the process, then go for it, to show them. Don't hold back. Don't conform. Put yourself at risk, great risk, for what you believe in, so that you can get it returned. Don't expect it. Don't expect any returns. It's very, very important. Hey, Mr. Arvin from the Philippines, what's up, man? Guys, ending this today, I'm going to go through the points one more time from yesterday's points. So yesterday, it was the trust yourself. And I want to highlight these points that if you believe in the acceptance of others, or if you live, well, my apologies, if you live for the acceptance or the approval of others, you will only die from their rejection. Don't say, I need to see it to believe it. You need to start believing it to see it. And just like the baby that learns to walk, that never gives up when he starts, take those little consistent baby steps every single day because you believe you can walk. Stop listening to others, what they say, watch how they act, and do the same. Stop with the words and start with the actions. And then the last point from yesterday, guys, whenever you say to yourself, your condition is not your conclusion, remember that. Your condition, your situation you find yourself in, it is not your conclusion. It is not where you're going to end up. When you say that to yourself and you find yourself in a situation where you ask yourself, why me? Stop saying, why me? And start saying, try me. And you will make it to the other side. You will make it to the point where you want to start breaking the rules. And now the rules, not the law, but breaking the rules. I only want to bring back one very important point today. That is the quote by Picasso that I told you guys about. Picasso had a beautiful quote about learn the rules as a pro so you can break them as an artist. And whatever you want to do, whatever your passion is, whatever you find yourself in life doing, what you love doing, that is your art. So you need to learn the rules that are limiting you, that are holding you back from reaching your goal. You need to learn them like a pro, so you can break them like an artist, like the artist that you are. So if you were talking about me, it would have been learn them like a pro, learn the rules like a pro so I could break them as a streamer, as a caster. Playing golf, you would break them as a golfer. You guys get the point. I really appreciate each and every one of you checking in with us. Arvin, I'm not from England, I'm from South Africa. Johannesburg, South Africa, man. So, with that, I want to sign off. We will recap again tomorrow morning when we get to our third point for the week. The third point is going to be, don't be afraid to fail. So then we'll recap the last 2 days. We'll go through Don't Be Afraid to Fail tomorrow, and I will see you guys there. We'll go through this week. This is a very calm series this week. I think next week's series is probably going to be a lot more energetic, a lot more hardcore. I have a lot to say about that, but that's next week's problem. It's a 7-day series next week. This week we're doing a 6-day series. Still end off on Sunday. But thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much, as always, for checking in with us. If you need any help, if you need any shoulder to cry on, if you need someone to talk to, please, guys, my number is in the group. It's on the group description or on the page description. I'm always available. Calls or your messages, I will talk to you. Have a brilliant, beautiful, blessed day, guys. Love each and every one of you.